Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, man charged after attempting to use imitation gun to rob a Christiana store. A 24-year-old man has been charged by the police after he allegedly tried to use an imitation firearm to rob a store in Christiana last Saturday. Charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unlawful possession of property is J.D. Mullings, a construction worker and resident of Alston Road, Moravia in Clarendon. A police source told the news that about midday on Saturday, traffic cops were alerted to a shopping plaza where the accused was reportedly lurking. He was about to rob a place in Christiana. Police got the information and went to a plaza. He ran and was cornered in a bar. He was searched and the imitation gun found, the sources said. A stolen cell phone was also reportedly recovered from Mullins. He is scheduled to appear in court on Friday in Christiana. Defense highlights inconsistencies in witness testimony. Defense lawyers representing 3 cops in the Mario Dean trial have highlighted several inconsistencies in damning testimony provided by the Crown's 8th witness. On Tuesday, the man told the Westmoreland Circuit Court he gave more than one side statement, but they were incorrect as this was done under duress. He also told the court that he felt comfortable speaking with the Independent Commission of Investigations because he was not pressured into giving a statement. The witness's comments came while being cross-examined by the defense about what he knew of the 2014 incident. Corporal Elaine Stewart, as well as District Constables Marlon Grant and Juliana Cleveland, are charged with manslaughter and misconduct in a public office in connection with Dean's death. Among the inconsistencies revealed on Tuesday was the number of the cell in which the witness was located at the time Dean was beaten. During his testimony last week, the witness indicated that he was in a nearby cell, either cell 3 or 4. However, on Tuesday, Dalton Reed, the lawyer representing Cleveland, showed the witness a statement he gave in the on August 11, 2014, in which he claimed that while he was in cells 1 and 2 in 2014, he was in cell 2 at the time of the incident with Dean. The witness noted that while the document shown to him stated that he was in cell 2, he did not remember saying that. Reed then asked that this be placed into evidence as Exhibit 6. The witness, who insisted that the claims regarding cell 2 are incorrect, further explained that he told the Indicom he was in cell 3. That statement was given to Indicom investigators, who you have great comfort in. Am I correct? Asked Reed. That is correct, the witness replied. The witness also told the court that only certain specifics of his statement were read over to him in January 2015 as he was too traumatized to ask for the entire statement to be read to him. The witness also stated that there were 2 statements, but one had inconsistencies that he had to correct. Reed also asked the witness if in 2014 he was locked up at the Barnett Street police station without a bail and wanted to leave. The witness said no. However, he later admitted to having a big problem with inmates at the Barnett Street police station. Before Reed's cross-examination, Martin Thomas, the lawyer representing Stewart and Grant, picked up his line of questioning from where he left off last Wednesday. Thomas asked the witness if he said in a statement that there was an argument with the new guy, Dean, and another inmate over who was on which bunk. The witness said he did not remember. However, after being shown the August 11 statement, he agreed that he had said it. During the court proceedings, the cops on trial listened attentively from the prisoner's dock, sometimes with smiles on their faces. The allegations in the case are that Dean was arrested for possession of a ganja spliff and placed in custody where he was brutally beaten on August 3, 2014. He sustained severe injuries to his brain, which left him in a coma. He died 3 days later at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James. It is alleged that the 3 cops were on duty at the police station when Dean was beaten. It is further alleged that Stewart, who has an additional charge of perverting the course of justice, instructed that the cell in which the attack took place be cleaned before the arrival of investigators from Indicom. The case was adjourned until Wednesday, April 23 at 9 a.m. Police to be deployed to ensure order at the JFJ protest against the police killing. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is advising the public that the police will be deployed to monitor the peaceful protest being organized by Jamaicans for Justice for April 29 at the Halfway Tree Transport Center in Kingston. It says the police personnel will be stationed in the vicinity as a precautionary measure to preserve public order in light of credible indications of possible counter-protest in the vicinity. At the same time, the JCF says it has no affiliation with any of the groups that are planning to protest. Our presence is in keeping with our constitutional duty to serve, protect, and reassure all Jamaicans, regardless of viewpoint, it said in a media release on Tuesday. The JCF firmly upholds the view that in a modern functioning democracy, all citizens have a right to express their views through lawful and peaceful demonstrations, and it is the responsibility of law enforcement to provide the environment in which these rights can be freely exercised, it stated. The JFJ protest against what the organization says is an alarming rise in police killings in Jamaica will take place from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. JFJ said the protest will bring together victims, their families, human rights advocates, and the concerned citizens to amplify their voices and push for change. The group has expressed their safety concerns in relation to the protest based on comments from the head of the Jamaica Police Federation, who said that JFJ would be a true terrorist if it does not support the police's protest. Speaking at a colleague's funeral recently, Sergeant Arlene McBean accused the JFJ of not recognizing the work of the police in reducing crimes such as murder. I would love for you to have placard to speak to the family of the police officers who have been gunned down by criminals. If you can't do that, Jamaicans for Justice, I classify you as a true terrorist, she said. Senior slams Carrie Douglas over reported stance in Samuda successor race. A once solid political alliance within the Jamaica Labour Party appears to be unraveling as the Norbrook Division Councillor Susan Senior has voiced a strong disappointment over fellow colleague Carrie Douglas's reported support for a rival candidate to succeed Carl Samuda. Senior, the councillor for the Norbrook Division, said she was disappointed that Douglas, a former People's National Party councillor who crossed the floor in 2020, was publicly supporting attorney Christian Tavares Finson's bid for the St. Andrew North Central seat. I did not accept the fact that she was moving around in this space with Christian, and both of us are friends, and she knows that I'm in support of Delano Seabright, Senior told the news. I would not do such, but people think differently. Senior said she saw that as a big red flag. Attempts to get a response from Douglas were unsuccessful. She promised to return a call, but had not done so up to press time. Senior, who has endorsed Senator Delano Seabright as the best fit to take over from the 83-year-old Samuda, argued that Douglas's alleged actions were a betrayal of their friendship. Both of us coming from far, from she was PNP until she crossed the floor, and to the time when she went through all our struggles. I'm always here to support her. It's like when you throw dirty water in my face, she said. I could not go into Trafalgar Division for my friend, and I know that she's not supporting the person that I'm moving around with. That's not friendship. Douglas previously served as a councillor for the Trafalgar Division under the PNP before switching to the JLP. Her late father, Easton Douglas, was a cabinet minister under the P.J. Patterson administration. She has maintained a lower public profile since losing her re-election bid as a JLP candidate in February 2024, but is now reportedly eyeing the Whitehall Division, currently held by long-served councillor Lee Clark. It is one of two divisions in St. Andrew North Central. Senior said that she does not oppose Douglas's ambitions because she has a lot to contribute to Jamaica. However, the approach is problematic. She has a big thing under her belt, so she shouldn't run out with anybody. She should just calm down, watch where the waves are going, and then eventually she'll get there, said the senior. It's just her approach and the timing and how she goes after it. And I think for me, that was a big red flag. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.